Let's get into some of these overreactions heading into NFL Week 13 with New York Post Sports columnist Steve Serby. Of course, it's time for this week's challenge flag. You ready, Serby?
Well, it's not a challenge flag. I have a challenge pillow.
Oh, we're doing pillow this time. Don't sleep on us. A lot of people are sleeping on Bryce Young. This first overreaction is Bryce Young is going to be a bust. People are just throwing around the B word like crazy these days. Your thoughts?
Yeah, well, I'm going to throw around the P word, the challenge pillow. Hang on. Look out. Look, it's too early to proclaim him a bust. He was viewed in most circles in the NFL as the best quarterback coming out of the draft, better than C.J. Stroud. But look at what's happened. C.J. Stroud is now the Rookie of the Year. Bryce Young just lost his coach. Frank Reich was just fired by David Tepper. Look, he's got 9 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, but get the guy some help. His number one receiver is Adam Thielen. He's getting battered. He needs more protection. Playmakers and protectors, please. He's 5'10". He'll be 5'1" by early next season if this keeps up. So, I mean, they need stability. Young quarterbacks need stability. When this kid came out, he was viewed as a creative playmaker, a fast processor. He has the accuracy you want, but no quarterback can survive in that kind of environment. So David Tepper has to stop being the reincarnation of George Steinbrenner, pick the right coach, preferably the right offensive coach, and get some stability around Bryce Young. It's too early to give up on Bryce Young or call him a bust, especially since they gave up the farm to the Bears. The Bears now have their number 1 pick next year.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to get them weapons, especially with limited draft capital and free agency. Is this a desirable destination for a guy to go to with the owner like that and no stability? That's going to be something to keep an eye on. Next up, Sean Payton will be Coach of the Year.
Well, hold on. I got to throw it again.
Oh, wow.
You're surprised at that, huh?
I'm surprised. 5 in a row for Denver.
Okay, wait. My preseason pick was Dan Campbell, and I'm not going to come off it yet. The Lions are struggling, yes, but they're going to win that division. I'm not convinced that the Broncos are going to overtake the Chiefs. Now, look, Peyton's done an unbelievable job with Russell Wilson. 20 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, a defense that allowed 70 points to the Dolphins earlier this year. He's fixed it because he's an elite head coach. And it's like a 5-man horse race or a 5-horse-man race, whatever you prefer. Campbell, Tomlin from Pittsburgh, who's just fired his offensive coordinator, but has a quarterback in Kenny Pickett who has not taken that second-year leap. Mike McDaniel with that greatest show on surf offense. Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle and Tua and all those guys. You can't count Andy Reid. I mean, you just can't count Andy Reid or Sirianni. They've got loaded rosters. They could be back in the Super Bowl, and nobody would be surprised if that happens. Harbaugh's an elite coach as well. So it's basically, in my view, Campbell, Tomlin, Mike McDaniel, Sean Payton, and I'm going to stick with Dan Campbell.
I thought you were going to say yes because of what Brian Daboll inherited last season with the New York Giants and was able to take them to the playoffs. So if Sean Payton's able to take this Broncos team, who was absolutely awful under Nathaniel Hackett, and then you see what he's been able to do with letting Russ cook, and now Russ is washing the dishes as well. If they make it to the playoffs, I'd give them my not offensive coach of the year, my coach of the year.
Yeah, well, look, I reserve the right to change my mind, but right now, I'm sticking with Dan Campbell. I think the Lions are going to rebound, and Campbell is my man. Motor City Dan.
All right, let's stick with the NFC.
And wait, and also, I needed an excuse. I I need an excuse to throw my challenge pillow.
The people love the pillow. Last but not least, we'll stay in the NFC North. The Bears will draft a quarterback in the first round.
I'm going to hold on to the pillow this time.
Okay.
I think they're going to try to trade Justin Fields. Ryan Poles, the GM, it'll buy him extra time if he drafts his own quarterback. Drake May or Caleb Williams, obviously, will be the pick. And this allows the Bears to financially reset the quarterback market, which is what I advocated the Jets do when they had Sam Darnold, not knowing, of course, that Zach Wilson would become what he has become or what he has not become. But financially, I think it's shrewd to reset the quarterback market. If you have any doubts at all about your current quarterback, and I think the Bears do or should about Justin Fields, then use that #1 overall pick, which you got from the Panthers, for either Drake May or Caleb Williams. And don't forget, the Bears also have the 4th pick in the draft. So they're going to they could draft a franchise quarterback and get another quality blue chipper, maybe Marvin Harrison Jr. So I'm holding on to the pillow here. I'm holding on to it. Matter of fact, it was pretty comfortable here. I may
Really quick, with that said, does Justin Fields end up as a Jet or a Giant?
No, I'm going to say no on that. Why would you? Daniel Jones will be, if he's healthy, the starting quarterback on opening day. If he's healthy, I believe the Giants should get franchise quarterback insurance. And if they love one of the quarterbacks in this draft, draft him. Draft him in the first round. As far as the Jets, you'll have to ask Aaron Rodgers because he's calling all the shots over there.
All right, I just had to throw that one in there. Steve Serby, show us the pillow again one more time.
Yeah, very comfortable.
It looks comfortable, man. Is that cashmere?
I don't know what it is, but I don't know if it's you or the pillow that's putting me to sleep.
All right, well, let's get up out of this. Thanks for joining us, Serby.
It's not you. Thanks, Brandon.